Hello, my name is Kasia, and today I'm having a wonderful guest, Marianne, who I will be interviewing about her experience in the 90-day holistic detox program. So, hello, Marianne,
Hello, Kasia.
I'm just so looking forward to uh, asking you really about your experience. And I'm so pleased as well that, and I so appreciate that you are so open to share your experience. And I feel this is going to be very inspiring and at the same time very empowering, because what you're experiencing is absolutely astonishing. And I just felt that it would be absolutely wonderful to share this. So thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate that you are open to do this. So thank you.
Sure. You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
That's wonderful. So, Marianne, let's start. I will ask you certain questions, and it's going to be easy for you to just simply respond to them, just
Sure.
the way it feels natural, and the way what you are really experiencing in this process.
Sure.
So, before you started the program, how did you feel? Like, what did you experience before? And what was really like your experience, like how life was happening to you? If you could just describe in a short way.
Well, I would say I was struggling with my eating. I've been eating the raw food diet for more than 20 years, and I was striving to eat only fruit, but I was in this bad pattern of stopping at Whole Foods in the evening, looking at what they had on their food bar. They have an open food bar, and choosing things that weren't so bad. Maybe having a little salad with a few pieces of cooked zucchini. So this became a habit of slow torture, I called it. So every day I would have a little bit of cooked food, not every day. Maybe I tried to go 3 days not doing it, but it was constantly a struggle. I was addicted again to cooked food. I was drinking 1 cup of coffee a day, but it was mushroom coffee. So it was lower caffeine, maybe 30 milligrams, but still I was hooked. I was having difficulty sleeping. I was taking a slew of natural sleep aids to get me through the night, and I was struggling. I needed some sort of support, and I knew starting some online program of doing 30 days just fruit wasn't going to do it for me because I wouldn't do it. So that was the situation. I would think I was sort of resisting life. That's what I would call it. Constantly numbing myself just a little bit, getting back, going back and forth.
Yeah, so
which
just
is
go.
no fun. It's no fun, Kasia.
Yes, I'm aware. I'm aware of that, Marianne. Totally.
It's like,
Yeah, it's like repeating the same patterns, going to the old habits that we know they're not supportive, but at the same time, we just can't move on, and like experiencing this with sort of ease and flow, what I would maybe describe.
I was stuck.
Yeah, that's
pattern. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like sort of stuck in the old patterns. Yeah.
Yes.
So thank you for sharing that experience.
Sure.
So now you are about, because you actually joined the program slightly later when we already started. It was probably after a week or so. I can't remember now exactly.
It was February 10th.
Yeah, so 10 days later, because we started
Yes.
on the 1st of February.
Right.
So it's probably just over a month since you are participating in that
Mm-hmm.
program.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so what is your experience now, like not even being actually halfway through for you, because it's still like nearly, but let's say around, yeah? So what is your experience now comparing to when you started? Like, could you also just share, like, where are you now?
It's night and day, Tasha, night and day.
Wow.
Um, it's no effort for me to eat correctly. I haven't eaten any cooked food, nor do I have the desire to eat cooked food.
That's
I have
amazing.
it's amazing. I'm truly amazed myself. I do not drink coffee anymore. I don't take any sleep aids. I shut off
What?
my TV.
So, Marianne, can I ask you what kind of things did you use? If you want to share, only
Sure.
if that's absolutely fine. What did you
In
use
order to
in
get
order
to
to
sleep,
sleep?
yeah, in order to get to sleep every night, I would take 5 milligrams of a THC gummy, and I would take CBD oil and drink this tea. I have so many different remedies, but my most recent thing that I did were those three things. And then hopefully I would sleep through the night. Typically I'd wake up at 3 a.m. or something and not be able to go back to sleep. And I really didn't like taking that THC every day, but I
Of
couldn't sleep
course.
without it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So having, I think day one, I said to you, well, there's three things. I'm kind of addicted to television. I'm addicted to all these sleep aids, and I'm addicted to my mushroom coffee. I'd like to give them up. And you said, I invite you to give up one of them.
Yes.
And I think I chose
I think you chose the coffee, if I remember
oh,
correctly.
I did choose the coffee.
I mean,
And
you did actually. You said you will first just let go of the coffee, but then it actually all happened the
at
same
once,
day. Yeah.
yes, because you also said, and just for tonight, don't watch TV.
Yes.
And that was the end of my TV. Because
Wow.
anytime I had a power surge, I was always like, wow, this is like a vacation. I don't have to watch TV. It's like I enjoy no TV. I don't know what the habit of having it there is. It's almost like a responsibility to keep up with everything. So
Yeah.
letting that go was wonderful. And then I think that very first weekend, you invited us to do a water feast because it was the new moon.
Yes.
And I immediately said, oh, I can't do that. I have way too much to do. And you just said, well, see if you could do one day. And
Yes.
so I did all 3 days. And that was a perfect time to do the water feasting for me because I had just given up the coffee. And so I think with your first water feast, you you're a little detoxing more than usual anyway.
Yes.
So it was perfect timing to lay in bed and get rid of that coffee at the same time, having the
Absolutely.
symptoms from the first water feast. So that water feast, I was in bed more than any of the others. The other ones were smooth sailing, and there were many other ones after that. So,
Yes.
and that is something that if I knew your program involved water feasting, I would have immediately said, oh, I won't be able to do that.
That's brilliant. I'm
Yeah,
so glad to hear
yes.
this.
And that's made all the difference in the world too.
That's
Yeah.
astonishing.
I
Absolutely
can't even
astonishing.
believe where I am today. I mean, it used to be that I would count days. How many days can I go without eating anything cooked? I'd have to look back on the calendar to see how many days it's been. That's not even a question in my
Yeah.
mind. This is
Yeah.
just the way I'm eating now, effortlessly, easily, and this is the way I want to eat.
Absolutely. We want
Hmm.
really that freedom of eating. This is basically
Yes.
what I describe, what I call, and what does really mean is that we consciously choose what we want to eat. So it's
Mm-hmm.
not like compulsive eating, that
Mm-hmm.
it's really caused by emotions. We are not really run by emotions, but we
Mm-hmm.
consciously choose what we want to experience. And every
Mm-hmm.
day it might be slightly different, because we cannot experience 2 days in the same way, and we will not
Yeah.
experience also eating in the same way, because that's the beauty of life. It's just unique.
Yeah.
Every moment is unique.
Mm-hmm.
So
It seems so natural to eat this way. It's very natural, very much resonates with me, your program, because it's so natural.
yes, I'm so really pleased to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I feel, and this is really the intention. And as you know, I invite everyone to also implement what someone is ready for, because
Mm-hmm.
every human being is in a slightly different way in life, how I would
Mm-hmm.
maybe describe. And
Mm-hmm.
you were ready to step into that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some people are not ready to go fully for this, but they can take also that experience in stages, just
Yes,
simply step by step.
definitely.
And there is no need to compare to anyone. Like we,
Absolutely.
we are unique beings having this unique life experience in this human
Mm-hmm.
body. So
Yeah.
what we experience, it might be different to what other people experience, and this is
Yeah.
absolutely fine. So it's
Yeah.
also important to be aware that we just do really the best that we can at any given moment,
Mm-hmm.
just where we are in life. But at the same time, it's so important to be actually present and
Mm-hmm.
choose consciously uh,
Mm-hmm.
what is really serving us, what is empowering us, what is really inspiring us in life. So this
Mm-hmm.
is really my question to you. The next question is like, what do you feel it really supports you in that experience, that you are actually able to really experience life the way you are experiencing now? I just want to really mention, like, before you answer that question, like what I really see, from you, not only see, but feel, and what you share, it's like you are so switched on, like you've got
Mm-hmm.
so much joy, like you really enjoy living this life, I would say.
Definitely. Yes. So much.
And so what is really supporting you, that you are able to really focus on, you are able to just say goodbye to even TV, that it seemed like it was one of your strongest addictions, and you just simply said goodbye to it?
Yeah. Um, what is supporting me to do that? I just did it. I mean, you invited me to do it. I was committed in your program to just eat correctly to begin with. And that's what supports me to do everything else.
So
Once you
it's the
have the eating
commitment.
down,
Yeah,
it's the commitment and the consistency. If you just
exactly.
do that, it's hard to describe how your life changes when you're
Yes.
eating correctly. Everything falls into place. You are switched on. You're not um, retreating into food. You're not hiding from life. You are fully present. So everything's out in front
Yeah.
of you now. You see what you want, and things seem to fall into place. And you just move on with your life. Things that are important to you in your life start progressing forward only because you have that eating in control.
Yeah.
It's
Thank you very
very hard
much.
to describe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for bringing that aspect, because this is
Mhm.
so important. And
Mhm.
also I shared this in the private group and also on our Q&A live calls,
Mhm.
how important is to really support the physical body in
Mhm.
a really as optimal way as possible.
Mhm.
And it actually impacts our life on all aspects,
Mhm.
because the physical body plays a very important role in our life. And
Mhm.
the cleanest the environment, the better is going to support us. And it
Yes.
really
It's
influences.
magical. It's magical.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's
Yes.
difficult to describe this. And I know
Yes.
exactly what you mean. It's difficult to describe it in words because it's beyond
Yes.
words.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I'm pleased really that you shared that aspect. What you said at the
Mhm.
beginning, yes, it's the commitment and the consistency.
Mhm.
If we are not able to implement this magic is not going to happen. No one is going
Yes.
to do this job
Yes.
for us. Simply,
Yes.
there is no other way.
Mhm.
So, Marianne, as you've mentioned about this magic and you've
Mhm.
shared that before, so this actually described this in a beautiful way.
Yeah.
What magic have you experienced, like, since
So
you
much
really
magic.
started? Could you
Really
give,
so
if you
much.
don't mind, could you just give maybe in a general way, but just a few
Yeah.
examples?
Well, one thing I'm interested in is I live on an acre and a half in Florida, and I'm interested in growing fruit trees. And I've experienced a lot of devastation from the hurricanes, and I've lost a lot of trees, and it's taking me a while to build back with those trees. And I've had in my mind certain trees that I wanted to get, and it seems like a project to go get them. And I've never done it in 5 years. It's like one day, someday. All of a sudden, since doing this program, I've gotten 7 new fruit trees. And they
Wow.
just appear, the exact trees that I'm thinking that I want show up on Facebook. Like I have a butterscotch sapodilla over here who wants one. I'm like, that's exactly what I want. And I didn't even have to do, and I just
It
went and
came to
got it.
you.
It came to me. Or I'll stop at Lowe's and there's the perfect kumquat tree on sale, which that's another tree that I lost. So that's kind of to me magic, you know. I don't think that would happen if I was in my head always thinking about, am I going to have cooked food today? Am I not? Do I need to go home and watch this TV show? Like I'm out in the world, I'm much more present and I'm aware of what's going on and I'm excited. And
Yeah.
so that's one thing. And I think when you water fast and when you're eating correctly, you become more kind. I'm kinder. And my
Yes.
relationships with other people are a little bit better. I'm more tolerant. I'm more loving. I'm more aware
Yes.
of what might be going on with them rather than just my side of the story. So
Totally.
that's a richer experience of life. And that's what we all want. You feel good, so you're able to help other people more. You're available to
Absolutely.
other
Yes.
people, which
Yes.
makes you feel good too. Otherwise,
Absolutely.
you just wouldn't have the energy, or you'd have to go home and maybe have your coffee fix or something before you ventured out again.
Yes.
It's just so much more freedom.
Yes, absolutely. That's
I mean, that's just
wonderful.
a small piece, but there's just so much. Life is pleasurable all day long, whether it's good or bad. It's just,
It's just the way it is.
yeah, yeah, it's just the way it is. And the stock, I mean, as I left work yesterday, my boss said, don't look at your portfolio tonight. The stock market took a big hit. And normally I would be like so in my head about that. Maybe I'd be like, oh, in a little bit of fear. I was like, oh, off. I just feel like so much strength within myself. Whatever happens, I'll be able to deal with it.
Yes, totally, totally. So it's
Yeah.
definitely the clarity,
Yes, the
and just
clarity.
the focus, because I remember
Mhm.
what you've shared also. So
Yeah,
that's amazing. That's
it
absolutely
is.
amazing, and it really
Mhm.
feels like you are just celebrating life. You are really
Mhm.
enjoying the experience of this human life experience,
Mhm.
and uh, and this is really what this life is about. It's really exploring, expanding,
Mhm.
evolving, and just having a great time, because that's what we are here for.
Yeah. I think, I've been eating this way for so many years. And I think when you're here and you're very present, you're eating correctly, and you fall back, it's so hard to remember how good it was when you
Yes,
were there. It's so easy to say, well, this is okay. I feel okay. Each time you don't remember until you're there again how really great it is. That's the funny
yes,
thing to me. Yeah.
yes. That's a great point. So thank you for
Yeah.
sharing that, because
Mhm.
it's so easy to slip slowly back, like
Yes.
going back to the comfort zone
Yeah.
when we don't need to really even be involved so much. Like, quite often, it's a very strange thing to say, but unfortunately this is the case for many people. They enjoy, in a way, like feeling like a victim of life,
Hmm.
when they don't need to do so much, they don't need to be
Mhm.
involved, like active in life so much. It's like
Mhm.
eating and just simply sitting.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, this is quite often the case, and not being obviously aware of this. This
Yeah.
happens beyond awareness. I'm
Mhm.
only just bringing this subject just to show that this isn't something that we really enjoy. It's just that we lack that clarity, being in that state of, it's
Yes.
a kind of, I would say, even like depression.
It's a
Uh,
little numbness. It's being numb, a little bit
yes, yeah,
numb.
this sort of numbness that
Yes.
it feels like, oh, it's okay, but is life just about feeling okay?
Right.
That's the question. Is that
Yeah.
good enough for this experience,
Yeah.
for this
It's so
unique
funny.
experience?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's been such a wonderful program. And, to support me, you have been the most incredible coach. You're so kind and compassionate and so helpful with every step of the way that I've been through. I mean, even with the sleep piece, I had a lot of fear about not being able to sleep. And you helped me pretty quickly see that just let it be organic. Like, maybe
Yes.
you don't need so much sleep and don't fear that. And if you wake up at 3 o'clock, get up and do something, and maybe you'll go back to sleep later. And I had all this fear attached to not getting enough sleep. So I just want to, I appreciate you so much that for me, you have been the most perfect coach, and your compassionate sessions that you have, your, I forget what they're called, compassionate key sessions that you offer.
Yeah, and inner guidance, yes.
Yeah, inner guidance makes a huge difference in freeing me up in life in many ways as well. Yeah, that's been a huge key piece for me too. Huge.
Yeah,
Such an
thank you.
opportunity. You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you so much, Marianne. So I really
You're welcome.
appreciate that feedback, because it is also great feedback for me to
Yeah.
know that the support I offer it works, and
Mhm.
I know it works when someone is really ready to and committed to apply this. What I
Mhm.
invite, like, I don't suggest anything. I just invite everyone, like
Mhm.
whoever is ready for something. What I mentioned before.
Mhm.
But it shows clearly, and your example is, you are just the living example,
Thank you.
a beautiful, inspiring, and empowering example that it is possible to really truly enjoy this,
Mhm.
and just let it happen with ease, with freedom, with flow,
Mhm.
and just simply take it the way it is, without judging, without setting expectations that it will be this way or that way, because we actually don't know how it's going to.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's very important to be open to be guided,
Mhm.
and just simply let it happen for us.
Mhm.
And this is exactly what I see and what you share, you are experiencing. Like,
Mhm.
even the way you sleep, you just shared the other day, like when it happens, when you sleep for a few hours and you wake up quite early in the morning, you just
Mhm.
get up and you just get things done.
Yeah.
You just use that time. But
Yes.
maybe another night you sleep for a lot longer. And who said that
Yeah.
we need to sleep the same number
Yeah.
of hours each night? Like, I don't know where that expectation even comes from.
I would say I don't have a sleep issue at all anymore.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, it
And I have
really is
incredible
amazing.
dreams. Every night I sleep great.
That's
Yeah.
brilliant. That's
It's
brilliant.
brilliant. It's
Yeah.
brilliant. It's
So thank you.
wonderful.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Marianne. I really
You're so
appreciate
welcome.
that. Uh, it's just my invitation to you, but only my invitation. If you feel open, maybe after some time, because I know, and you've mentioned also about your water feasting experience,
Mhm.
how it really supports you in
Mhm.
that experience. Perhaps if you wanted to share more about this, more in
Mhm.
detail, that would be a great interview, just really to approach maybe next time.
Sure, absolutely.
That would be just brilliant.
Yeah.
And perhaps at the end of this program, or maybe after the program ends, maybe we could do another interview. So this is like, starting
Yeah.
after just a month. And then when you actually complete,
Yeah.
I'm
I
curious.
can't I can't imagine how much better it could get.
You see, so this is what I would love to see, and it would be just amazing to share as well.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
wonderful. Just to really wrap it up, like, is there anything else you would like to add to this or share, like anything, just to really complete this?
I really think that's it. I would just say this program is priceless. Thank goodness I did it. It saved my life, I'd have to say. I almost didn't because I was starting late.
Yes.
And you said, "Oh, just do it." And so I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful, Kasha, that I did this. It's changed my life.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Maria.
you. You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much. So I want to actually thank you and really acknowledge you for investing that, because this is what I feel, it really is a priceless investment in your life.
Mhm.
And it's I really mean this, not because you pay for this, but also
Mhm.
what you really dedicate to your life, like
Mhm.
the commitment you have, like you've taken also a portion of your time and focus to really
Mhm.
do this,
Mhm.
and this is what is required. But if you don't do it, who else is going to do this for you? No one.
Exactly. Just jump in.
Yes. So
Yeah.
thank you very much for your commitment, for your
You're welcome.
consistency.
Yeah.
Because what I also share, it works not only for you, it actually works for even the those around you, the world around you, but it also expands further. It really works for the
Mhm.
entire planet.
Mhm.
If we have the awareness, that's how it works, because what comes from us, it also goes out there. And it's very
Mhm.
important what we send out. It's also what comes back to us.
Yes.
So thank you very much for being
Very
that
welcome.
inspiration, for being that empowerment, because we want really more humans to shine and experience this magic what you are experiencing now.
Yes. Yes.
So thank you so much,
You're
Marianne.
so
I really
welcome. You're
appreciate you,
welcome.
and I just feel really grateful that you are sharing this. So thank you so much. And I'm so looking forward to the next interview about your water feasting. That would be
Okay.
fun as well.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So thank you very much.
Mhm.
And I just, I'm going to just reconnect on the next interview.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Kasha. Bye.
Thank you, Marianne.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.